Today's story is about a deaf and blind girl called Helen Keller who never gave up trying to learn new things even though she could not see or hear. Helen Keller was born many years ago, and she was a healthy and happy baby who grew up on her family's large farm called Ivy Green. But when she was about 2 years old, Helen fell sick, very sick. Her parents and doctors were very worried. Slowly, she recovered from her illness, but that illness left her deaf and blind, meaning she could not hear or see. Because she was left deaf and blind, she would get very irritated and throw huge tantrums at home, tug at the dining tablecloth, pull her mother's gown, and push her friends around. But her parents were very patient with her. And there came a turning point in her life when her parents called upon a wonderful teacher by the name of Anne Sullivan to come and teach Helen. So Anne was a wonderful teacher, and she would make some signs on Helen's hand and then make her touch the object she was drawing. For example, she put a doll in between her hands and wrote DOLL on her palms. She wanted Helen to learn to connect objects with letters. One day, she took Helen to the water pump outside and put Helen's hand under the spout. As the cool water gushed over her hand, she spelled into the other hand the word water, WATER. Suddenly, the signals had meaning in Helen's mind. She knew that water meant the wonderful cool substance flowing over her hand. That was the turning point in her learning journey, and she understood that each word has a meaning and every object had a name. Helen quickly learned more than 60 home signs to communicate with her family, and she soon mastered the art of reading through Braille. Braille is a kind of writing with raised dots specially made to help blind people to be able to read. And she grew up to be the first blind person to get a college degree. And she wrote 12 books. She visited 39 countries, bringing hope and courage to many people. Despite not being able to hear and see, she learned to read, write, swim, and even ride a cycle. So children, every time you feel sad, disappointed, or when things seem too difficult, just think of Helen Keller, the blind and deaf girl who learned how to read, write, swim, and cycle. That will give you a lot of courage and strength. If she could do it, so can you.